Oh, we back with some purses. Brand new fight. Terence Bud Crawford versus Showtime Shawn Porter. I know y'all want to know. This was a long time coming. The fight was negotiated for quite some time. We finally here now. I know y'all want to see some purses, so stay tuned to this video. We working. Yo, what up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Throw a like on the video, goes a long way. Let's jump right into the content. So it is being reported by ESPN, the purses for the much-anticipated Terence Bud Crawford fight with Shawn Porter just announced. I made several videos. Check those videos out. And we got to talk about this, people. We got to talk about what's going on. So you see right there, ESPN, it says sources, Terence Crawford is guaranteed upwards of $6 million. Shawn Porter will earn at least $4 million, according to sources. So that's a $10 million fight plus. They were on a 60-40 split for the purse bid, and that's the split that they have now for their upcoming November 20th ESPN Plus pay-per-view, a career high for Crawford. Now, this is good numbers, and like for one, I do the purses because the fans want to know. You know, me, I don't really care about that. I'm just doing it for the sake of what I do, you know, covering all things boxing. And I know a lot of people like these conversation points. So I'm just feeding the crowd. I'm feeding the beast. You know what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I don't personally care how much each guy is making. I'm more concerned with the actual fight. And this is going to be a fight. I think Shawn Porter has a lot to gain. It's Terence Crawford's WBO title on the line. Terence Crawford has a lot to gain. Some people are looking at Shawn Porter as the most formidable guy that he's fought, at least at welterweight. Some would even say maybe ever in his career. The most accomplished, the most storied resume. So it should be a good fight, and I'm looking forward to that. So with the amount of money they're making, if it's good with them, then it's great with me. Because like I said, they're not sharing it with me, so I'm happy for them. To me, it sounds legit. The only thing that is a little bit surprising, I guess that's the word I want to use, a little bit surprising, is Terence Crawford. I thought he said his minimum was like $4 or $5 million. And then now the sources are saying to fight Shawn Porter, which is a two-time former champion, he's getting a career high payday of $6 million. So again, if he's happy with his money and that's what it takes to get him in the ring, then I'm good with that. But I was under the impression that he was getting that. I thought his team even said that too. I mean, you guys in the comment section, if you heard something different, please steer me in the right direction and correct me wrong. But when Bob Arum was talking about Jose Ramirez or Jose Zepeda, I remember people from his team, I think it was Red, you know, one of his trainers, said that if we got to fight Zepeda for $4 million, then we'll fight Zepeda for $4 million. So, you know, it's just something to note. So if his minimum was $4 million to get Zepeda and then he's getting $2 million more career high payday, hey, it is what it is. As far as Shawn Porter, I don't know how much he made versus Errol Spence. I think collectively he's made good paychecks for like Formea and things like that. They're fighting on pay-per-view, so maybe there's some back-end options to make even more money. So like I said, if they like it and they happy with the pay, then I'm good with it. November 20th, it looks like the due date. Terence Crawford finally has the big fight he's been looking for. Crawford, ESPN's #2 boxer, and Shawn Porter have struck a deal welterweight fight November 20th, Las Vegas, Mandalay Bay, ESPN Plus pay-per-view. Now, there's a lot of people, and I have to familiarize yourself. You can get information from wherever you want. On my channel, I've been doing this for a long time. I've inspired a lot of people to want to cover boxing and things like that. And you got to be cautious with the information. This fight is going to be ESPN Plus pay-per-view. So Top Rank is at the helm. They're going to have to come out with shoulder program. This is not like Wilder versus Fury, where you have Fox and ESPN working together and they're collaborating. This is more so a situation where PBC is in association with PBC because Shawn Porter is a PBC Premier Boxing Champions fighter, and they're basically allowing him to go to another platform to make this title fight. So there's a difference. Similarly, if we want off-platform fights, it would be similar to Top Rank allowed Jose Ramirez to go to DAZN at the time to fight and face Maurice Hooker, and then he passed that fight with flying colors, knocked Maurice Hooker out. Or Top Rank's Oscar Rivas, they allowed him to go to DAZN to fight Dillian White, right? But those guys were signed with Top Rank. So that's a similar deal here. This won't be an ESPN Plus /Fox or /Showtime deal. It's exclusively, if you want to watch the fight legally, you have to get the ESPN Plus pay-per-view. Now, I do have a link for you in the description. You can go either to my link tree or the separate ESPN Plus link, and you will be able to click that to order the fight. It does help the channel when you guys click on that link. And other than that, I'm just looking forward to a good fight. I think it'll be a good fight. Interesting clash of styles. Says Crawford guaranteed upwards of $6 million. So depending on the success I'm imagining of the fight, I definitely encourage you guys to just support good boxing. If it's fights you like, fights like this that people are asking. See, this is the problem with boxing. You got a lot of people who they want to be cheap. They want to complain when we don't get the fights, but then when there's a great fight like this, then they say, oh, I'm gonna legally stream it, or I don't care if the feds see my IP address and all that. Like, you know what I mean? We gotta improve that. We gotta improve that in boxing, because I see a lot of fans and they cry and sob and complain about the fights not getting made. They complain about fights being past the expiration date, yada, 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 right? But at the end of the day, if you really felt that way, then why don't you support the sport by, when it's a good fight and when boxing gets it right, then you support that fight as well. Because I definitely put my money where my mouth is. And if it's a great fight, or if I believe it's going to be a great fight, I do just that. So Crawford says, I'm very excited. He's 33. Now I can show my talent, and maybe I could show something to the general public, something that they've never seen before, because I don't believe I've showed them my best yet. This is coming from Bud Crawford. And I like it. I like the matchup. Indeed, Crawford's talent has never been questioned. Switch hitter, blah, blah, blah. Ring IQ, jab. It's extremely big. Experience means nothing if you don't use it, but my record speaks for itself, Shawn Porter told ESPN. Everyone's seen what I've done. Every experience that I've had, I've held on to them, and I've used them to my advantage. When you consider the experience in this fight and me having more experience than Terence Crawford, that is a fact. That's funny because I did my live stream earlier, and that's exactly what I said. When I say the fight between me and Terence Crawford is going to be great, it's going to be great. When I say I have what it takes to beat him, don't sleep on that. Believe that I do. So both guys sounded confident, reinvigorated, happy, and you know, I don't got nothing else to say. That's the purses. Let me know what you guys think. If you like the purses, if it's fair. I will say in closing that Bob Arum tried to get Shawn Porter and offer only $1 million, and you see this fight is worth more than that. And you know, in the end, they came up and ponied up. So no use crying over spilled milk, but I knew that $1 million wasn't going to get Shawn Porter, and that's a great negotiating tactic that him and his dad and PBC used to get Shawn Porter closer to what he's worth and get some pay-per-view money for a great fight. Deuces. Subscribe. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster.